Oh yes, don't you worry, darling. Oh yes, I'll take care of you. Forever and oh! Hi! Hi! Welcome to Calvs Tales of Fictitious Events, Episode 4. What say you, Margaret? Margaret has taken form. Shouldn't you be running along to go and study for your NVQ? Well, say goodbye. Margaret has to go and study for her NVQ. Episode 4. Suppose we'd better get started. Nathan Murphy was in the middle of painting his beard on one morning when he looked out of the window and saw some woman walking down the road wearing a fur coat. She was also urinating freely without concern, and she had left a 7-meter stream up the road with the pneumonia so bad the fucking postman passed out and crashed his bicycle into a public loo made of soup and went flying up the road, getting scraped up to shit and getting piss all in his grazes. Nathan shouted, "Oi, jolly green knob features, that better ain't be real fur, yo, or I got words for you, bitch." The lady, who was still pissing a steady stream of mustard-coloured bladder milk, looked up at Nathan, holding his beard paintbrush, and cried out, "See here! This is the finest otter gooch on the market. Not that a villain like you would know." "You fucking evil slice of flan," cried Nathan. "I'll cut your head off with the floppy disk, but you ain't worth the effort, mate. And your shoes are covered in piss." The lady shouted up, "Do you know who I am? I am Lady Chernobyl McPherson. I am quite a huge deal, bro. I'll fucking have you rubbed out, chief." And with this, Nathan spotted his friend walking out of Marks and Spencer's and Spencer's and Spencer's and Spencer's and Spencer's. It was none other than Salmon Partridge, an old school friend who was addicted to Monopoly and never ever shut the hell up about it, and he was scum, but nonetheless he was an okay kind of guy, just a bit boring. "Hey, Salmon!" Nath shouted. "That evil bitch over there, what's fucking pissing in her moccasins, she's wearing real fur. Get her, Salmon." The lady's smirk turned to a look of fear as Salmon Partridge pulled out his Monopoly Mayfair property card. Custom built with razor-sharp edges and whatnot, and he whipped it at her, quick as a flash, like fucking Gambit, David Blaine and Paul Daniels rolled into one, and the fucking navy blue card of kings hit her between the eyes. She fell backwards into what was now almost like a small lake of piss, and which splashed up into a nearby crane operator's eyes and mouth, making him elbow his controls and take out a local town hall. Nathan had a knock at his door. It was his other pal, Eyeball Stew. Eyeball Stew had received this nickname as he was born with 27 extra eyeballs, except they were all located on the back of his upper right thigh, so all they ever saw was the inside of his trousers. Being that they were always looking behind him also, it meant that walking forwards made him permanently nauseous, so one could not spend too much time with Eyeball Stew unless you wanted to be washing alphabet spaghetti and Baileys out your beard. Nathan opened the door and was immediately vomited on by Eyeball Stew. Fucking hell, Stu, I've just painted my fucking beard on, you Scrabble tile. He wiped the sick off his face with a melon and went with Stu downstairs to reconvene with Salmon Partridge, who was stood in the street playing Monopoly on his handheld cellular telephone, cell phone, mobile phone. Ah, sick! Just purchased Old Kent Road. Salmon shouted this with glee, to which he heard, "Shut the fuck up, Salmon," said Eyeball Stew as he vomited down his denim. Ah, sweet, yes, Pentonville. "Shut it, Salmon, you turd," said Nathan, and the three of them walked down the Yellow Piss Road and stopped outside the moving picture theater. "Ooh, look! The new Star Wars is on," remarked Salmon. "Ah, yeah, guess who's got 3 stations?" "Enough, Salmon!" cried Nathan. "I've heard of these Star Wars. As I understand it, they are a documentary series on wardrobe assembly. The critics say it's like Mary Poppins meets Midnight Express meets wardrobes." "I'm keen as fuck," said Eyeball Stew through mouthfuls of vomit. The 3 dudes entered the picture house. Nathan said, "I'm just nipping to the WC," and he front-flipped into the toilets 'cause he was cool and slick as fuck, but once he got inside, he spun out a treat and started thinking about human anatomy and skin and muscles and joints and veins. There was another man washing his hands in tripe, yet he was laughing at Nathan, apparently frozen still. The eyes, the organs, the fat, the pus, but what was underneath it all? What was at the center? The thing it was all laid on top of? He suddenly cried out, "Jesus Christ, there's 2 fucking skeletons in the room!" And he immediately shat himself with such fear that it blew him out of his leg warmers, and the other restroom patron had to jump into the fucking sink to avoid a river of shit. "Ah, a bangarang! Got fucking Angel Islington! Pay up, scum!" Eyeball Stew was saying as he entered the toilet and was immediately knocked out by the bathroom door being blown off its hinges. "Not overly sure how that happened," said Nathan. He gave the bloke a tenner to get some new shoes and walked outside to the lobby, where Eyeball Stew was being sick on an usher, and Salmon Partridge was building hotels on Fleet Street, and everything seemed all right. All that was left to do, he thought, was to slide some broken glass in with the popcorn, and some golden syrup in with the soap dispenser, and Bob's your uncles, aunties, sisters, shoulders, boyfriends, ex-roommates, little toe who banged 12 nipple Tom that time. Now, time for this Harrison Ford wardrobe documentary.